professionally certified appraisers. They determine, as closely as possible, the approximate retail cost of replacing or recreating the item, not the possible sell or purchase price. Because subjective estimates and judgments are involved, appraisals may vary by as much as 25%. Call your customer service rep for more information.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us on this Super Saturday here at HSN. My name is Sarah. A few Shark vacuums left. That's the word from my producer. We did say final call on our Amazing Today special, but it's not too late if you want to jump online. And it's April, so April is Customer Appreciation Month here on HSN. And all month long, HSN Cares is giving away $1,000 every day to charities nominated across the country. Today's charity was chosen by Wendy West. She nominated the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation Maryland chapter, which is the world's leader in the search for cystic fibrosis cures and supports a broad range of research initiatives to tackle the disease from all angles. Wendy has participated in the Great Strides Walk annually for the last 21 years. She does fundraising for CF and volunteers her time to raise awareness and support their events. Wendy says, "My daughter was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis 21 years ago at 4 years of age. It is a disease that makes your mucus thick and sticky. It affects your respiratory and digestive systems. In 1999, her life expectancy was 25 years old, but today they predict she could live to be about 37. The CF Foundation has worked tirelessly to develop new drugs and therapies that will keep her healthy longer. Megan is able to pursue her dreams and is working on her PhD in engineering education at OSU because she battles her disease with these new drugs and therapies. She believes that she has a bright future with more research being done every year by the foundation. There is still much work to be done. As a teacher, I have 3 students that also fight CF every day. I want to see them pursue their dreams as well." Well, thanks to Wendy, the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation Maryland chapter will be receiving today's $1,000 from HSN Cares. If you want to join in, visit the HSN Cares page on hsn.com to learn more about all the charities that have been selected this month. Thanks to you. So we love having you as part of our extended family. Thanks for all your generosity during this incredible month here at HSN. Let's give you a couple items to do a little early shopping on, just so you know what's coming up. It's already very popular. We've got Mike Mezak on the phone. So Mike Mezak, our resident numismatist, our coin expert, he's here to tell you all about some of these wonderful and exclusive and exciting and very special coin sets. Already 50 of you placed your order for the limited edition Jefferson Nickel and US Silver Proof set. We've got amazing HSN offers. We offer flex pay. We've got 90-day returns on anything and everything you order here as well. So Mike, let's just jump right in and tell them all about it. Welcome back to the program. Nice to have you here, sort of, in spirit. I can feel your spirit in the room with me, Mike. I know you're staying safe at home, but we really appreciate you tuning in.
Absolutely, I love being here because, you know, there's nothing I like talking about more than coins. This coin is special. This has, like I said, over the last couple of things, have become, from a numismatic standpoint, the bane of my existence. The United States Mint has made the silver proof set since 1992. This year, because they had to close the San Francisco Mint. It's a non-essential government facility because it only makes collector coins. Closed it 6 weeks ago. They only had the silver proof sets on hand, which is the lowest number by far that they've ever made. Who knows if they'll ever go back and make more. It is currently sold out from the U.S. Mint. Who knows if they'll ever make more. They put a special coin in this, a West Point minted reverse proof nickel. They've never done that before as the special extra coin. You can't buy this coin individually. You can only get it in a silver proof set. Well, I've got it here. It's first day of issue. It's RP70. You can see my limited edition, 1,220. Don't have 1,220. I'll never have 1,220. First of all, they sold out the silver proof set, so I couldn't get what I wanted. Secondly, and I don't know if you can see it there, Sarah, it might not be handy. We might have to wait till the presentation. There's a nickel in a plastic bag. That's how they send it to people. It's why I can't get 70s. They grade so poorly. And so that's why this is such a huge deal. Not just that you get the silver proof set that's not available now from the Mint. It's already basically doubled. but I have that special West Point minted reverse proof nickel, never been done before by the U.S. Mint, in perfect condition, which is so phenomenally difficult. So we'll do the whole thing here in a little bit, but you better get in.
Mike, they're already going really fast, so jump online and reserve yours quickly. Speaking of going fast, Mike, we're going to give everyone a sneak peek. It's coming up, but if you are looking for the largest gold coin that's made by the U.S. government, Mike, this is it.
Well, this is the gold buffalo. It's truly amazing. I mean, 1 ounce pure gold, and understand that they don't do pure gold. Like the American Eagle is 9005. The gold buffalo is pure 24 karat gold. The problem is it's made at the West Point Mint. The West Point Mint has been shut down. It's been intermittently shut down. We have no idea. They've never done it before. They're 20 million silver eagles behind. This could end up being the rarest of all of the proof buffaloes since they've made them in 2006. We only have 19. I don't know what the quantity is left that we have right now. I'm guessing it could be quite literally only a handful. It will sell out in this show right here. Only 19 for worldwide distribution, all available exclusively from us here at HSN.
Yeah, Mike, don't look at your screen because there's only 3 left. So I don't even know if it's going to make it to a full presentation, but I encourage you to reserve yours. It also comes with 12-month financing just for all of you out there. So that was also available. We do anticipate that selling out here shortly. Wow, that'll be a prized possession. I can feel the weight of the gold in my hand. It's not like anything else you've ever seen. Let's kick off our final hour of the visit. Last chance to shop collectible coins with Mike today. And let's go to the Morgan silver dollars, Mike. This is also one of the largest silver coins, right, that was ever made for circulation?
Yeah, it's the big silver dollars. This is the old school silver dollar that you have here, 1921. This one's the last year of issue. Now, here's the thing. It's graded in exceptionally high grade, Mint State 64. It's made at the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Final year of issue that you can see right there, PDNS. One of the cool things is the middle coin there, the Denver minted coin, they only made the Morgan silver dollar. Well, it was made from 1878 to 1921. It was only made at the Denver Mint 1 year, and you've got it right there. So while this is normally, over the course of the last 20 years, I sell these as often as I can get them, and this high grade, very difficult to get. This is a special opportunity this year. And let me explain to you what I mean by that. Next year is 2021. I mean, that's no surprise. The United States Mint has announced that they are going to do incredibly special things to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Morgan silver dollar. They're going to do special privy marks. They're going to reprint it. It is going to be one of the greatest numismatic celebrations in the history of the United States Mint. The Morgan silver dollar, the most popularly collected silver coin, vintage silver coin on the planet today. There's no doubt about it. It's part and parcel of the heartbeat of the numismatic community is the Morgan silver dollar. Well, next year, when the United States government does the 100th anniversary, it's going to be insane. Well, what's going to happen is people are going to go back and back collect the original 1921s. We are finding that these have disappeared in the marketplace. They simply aren't available, let alone coins in this phenomenally high grade. So you understand, these are not just original 1921 Morgans from all 3 mints. They're not just brilliant uncirculated. That would be uncirculated Mint State 60. Choice uncirculated Mint State 62. Choice brilliant uncirculated Mint State 63. They are Mint State 64. They are stunning examples. They represent a tiny percentage of the coins that remain. Just the San Francisco minted coin down there on the end of Mint State 64, quite easily you can pay $250 just for that coin. And I would argue that the Denver minted coin, the middle coin there, is significantly rarer because it's the only year that it was made at the Denver Mint in 1921. So when they make the 2021 Denver minted Morgan silver dollar, which the United States is going to do with either a privy mark or whatever it is, everybody's going to look for that last and only Denver minted Morgan. These are already disappearing from the marketplace. I'm giving you information that I guess people have, but they are overlooking given everything else that's happening in the numismatic market today. And of course, The thing is, it comes in that absolutely unbelievable red oak presentation box.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I love that you're getting the beautiful collector's item box as well. Remember, you're getting 3 of the 1921 Morgan silver dollars. So they made these coins almost 100 years ago. Why don't we see more silver coins out there?
Well, because people are hoarding them. I talked to you about that. Gold and silver coins just don't exist. I have never seen this in the almost 50 years I've been doing this professionally. I've never seen a dearth of silver coins in the marketplace like there is today. Normally I can call and get, 1,000 silver dollars here or whatever it is. They just don't exist. And the 1921s are going to be especially difficult to get. And then in high grade like this, certified by one of the 4 major grading companies, you've got Annex, NGC, PCGS, and ICG are the only 4 nationally recognized grading companies to be able to grade your coins. And in Mint State 64, it's a phenomenally high grade, quite easily. I mean, you're talking about $600 plus for these to try to buy them individually, then add in the red oak presentation box. Not only do I have these coins, but I have them at a truly spectacular price. But like I said, in the market today, the key to this, I have them. Okay, I have them. That's, I think, incredibly important.
Well, we don't have them for very long. That's the other thing I want you to know. We only have about 60 so or those to go around. This is the only place you can find this trio. Only Mike puts it together in these beautiful encapsulated boxes so you can really see them, you can enjoy them, you can look at them front and back. And then, of course, you've got that certificate of authenticity that comes with it. It comes with a beautiful wooden box. You can keep them beautifully preserved for years and years to come and open it and enjoy it. You can add to your collection over time. So lock these in. 673-235 is your item number, and you can place your order online at hsn.com, or if you're new, you can give us a call. You can use any credit card of choice to make these interest-free monthly payments. We ship it to you right away, and then you get to enjoy them. And remember, you've got 90 days. I don't know any other coin collection type store out there that offers you 90 days risk-free to really enjoy them and get them home and see if you don't absolutely fall in love with them. So, Mike, I've got a big announcement. We are calling the gold buffalo coin sold out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, congratulations, everybody. What a great find. If you're just tuning in, we're chatting with Mike Mizek. He's our resident coin expert, our resident numismatist. He travels the world and he brings you all kinds of really amazing treasures, not only from around the US, but from around the world, and then puts together these wonderful collections. So whether you're jump-starting a collection or maybe you want to add to the one that you already own, it's a really great way to either begin a hobby or maybe start a hobby with kids and teens now that they're home from school. Maybe something for their history lessons. A little inspiration maybe for mom and dad that are wondering what to do with the kids this year. This one is the last of the Silver Kennedys. It's a 20 coin $50 roll, and you get it on sale today. Wow, we took $50 off the price, so another great opportunity buy for everyone. And out of all the coins, Mike, that are out there, the JFK $50 are probably some of the most popular, would you say? I think you've sold millions of these, right?
Oh, goodness. It's the Kennedy $50. I mean, there's probably 3 coins that, in essence, drive the numismatic market. It's the American Silver Eagle, the Kennedy $50, and the Lincoln cent. Those are the big 3. Those are the ones that everybody collects. Now, there's lots of people that collect other coins, Roosevelt dimes and Jefferson nickels and state quarters, but everybody collects Lincolns and Kennedys and Silver Eagles. It's just the way that it is. Now, the issue with this right here is this falls under what I was telling you earlier, where there's just no silver coins in existence right now, what we call physical silver. Mm-hmm. So what you've had with, kind of the whole stock market thing and all the economic things is, you had silver actually go down. That was a function of a stock market issue. What people were doing is stocks went down. People had, it's a very technical thing, they had margin calls. A lot of people were using their silver and gold ETFs to make their margin calls. So it literally put silver and gold, but not coins, into the marketplace, at least paper silver and gold. Physical silver coins have disappeared. bags of what we call 90% silver, pre-1964 United States coins, gone. American silver eagles, 2020 silver eagles, the government stopped making them. They haven't shipped any of those in weeks and weeks. There's a 20 million coin backlog. To get any silver United States coins are amazing. Well, I had these coins before all of this, the current events that are going on, because we plan these shows literally months in advance. I bought what amounts to, in all honesty, was the better part of a half a dump truck load of these coins, and we bought them for silver. The coins that showed up, literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of coins that showed up, happened to be brilliant uncirculated. So what I did is I bought them for silver, but I got these coins with tremendous numismatic value. That was quite some time ago. It was basically an estate, a hoard. A guy had put these away for years and years. I'm down to what amounts to some of the last quantities that I have at the old price. Now, when I bought these, you notice silver has gone up in the last 3 weeks, 30%. So our response to that is to lower our price 20%, 30%, okay? Because I bought it at the old price. So first of all, you get to buy silver at the old price. More importantly, you get to buy these Kennedy half dollars that are original, brilliant, uncirculated condition. These are the silver Kennedys. They haven't made a silver uncirculated Kennedy half dollar for 50 years. These are original half-century old silver Kennedy half dollars, and you're getting them for $6 a piece in original, brilliant, uncirculated condition. $6 a piece. If you go to the nationally advertised catalog, which I do all the time when I'm there, and I looked it up for you, almost $400, $19.90 a piece is what they charge for these coins from a numismatic standpoint, because they're brilliant uncirculated. I bought them for silver. I'm selling them to you for silver that you see right here. So instead of $19.90 a coin, you're paying $6 per coin. Silver Kennedy half dollars, 20 of them for $6 a piece. This is my right, and I have them. I guess that's the other thing. It's like, this is how I'm telling you. This is the sales point on this. We have them. Okay,
right now.
I'm going to say in the market today.
That's right.
I actually have silver coins available for sale.
But it does say last of the silver Kennedy half dollar roll. So if you want to make sure that you're getting in on this, I want to invite you to place your order online at hsn.com. You can also download the app. There's an HSN app you can use on your smartphone, and just a couple taps, you're in. 371563 is your item number. So you know that you're in good company. I mean, many of you have been watching the HSN coin shows here for literally decades. So congratulations. A lot of you already know and love what a great value this is. You're jumping in early. You remember, you can do FlexPay too. Those are interest-free monthly payments on any credit card of your choice. So it doesn't matter what credit card it is, less than $40 a month. We ship it to you right away. So these are in stock, they're ready to go, and then you get to start enjoying them. You can look through the entire collection. You can look at the different mints that they'll come all sorted, different years, and then you've got 90 days. Always our 90-day return policy right now, just to make everyone's life a little bit easier during this difficult time. So we always stand behind our purchases and all of our products here at HSN. And also, you've got an expert on the phone, Mike, who's obviously usually here in the studio with us, but he's staying home and staying safe. So Mike, thank you for doing that. But it's also nice to know that it's important to not only know where to buy your coins, but who from to buy your coins. And tell us how important that is. And there's a lot of misinformation out there, right? Especially with the internet?
Yeah, so it's ridiculous. The counterfeits are rampant.
Okay.
Scams are running right and left. I mean, right now I'm fighting with 2 different companies to try to get a refund for coins that I've never gotten. Because like I said, I go out there and shop so that you guys don't have to. I'm getting defrauded on a regular basis. And I mean, I'm ordering from places that I normally wouldn't, just like I said, so you don't have to. So I can go out there and assess the marketplace. So when you say how long we've been here, when the state quarters came out in 1999 and we started selling those, we started auto ships in 1999 that went on with the state quarters and through the national parks quarters. I have people in an auto ship that started with us in 1999 that with the new Weir quarters that are coming out, they will get their shipment. They have been in our auto ship program for 20 years. They've been in our auto ship program for 20 years. There's nobody else that can do that for you. Nobody else that has that longevity, has that authenticity, has the confidence of the customers for over 2 decades to give you the best coins at the best price. And that's why, even though silver's gone up 30%, this is the price I had 60 days ago as a special sale price because I got a special deal. Silver's gone up tremendously. I haven't raised my price one single solitary cent. As long as I have the coins at the old price, I will sell them to you at the old price. These are the last of the silver Kennedys. They stopped making silver Kennedys 50 years ago. These are the coins that have got silver in them, actual silver. I bought them for just the silver. I got brilliant uncirculated coins. So it's that numismatic value that you're getting. That's the $20 a coin. That's the numismatic value. You pay for the silver in this, but you get the numismatic value. That's why while we're $50 off, nationally advertised catalog, coin by coin, you can easily pay $400 for these same coins that were $119.95. I don't know if we have a sold counter on these.
Yeah, well, I'll give you everybody some updates here in a moment. But think about at home, who would love this? Do you have a coin collector in your family? Do you have kids who are starting to collect coins? Or maybe it's a parent, a grandparent, someone with a birthday, an anniversary. There's Mother's Day coming up. There's Father's Day right around the corner. And we can actually bill it to you and ship it to them. That's the other wonderful thing we can do here at HSN. So another wonderful time to take an opportunity when you see something like this. Know that it is not going to last. So Mike, for anyone watching, thanks again for reminding us why it's so important to buy from a trusted coin expert and also to buy from a reputable organization. We're a nationwide retailer. We've been around for more than 40 years. We're not going anywhere. Unlike some of those fly-by-night companies that you might see on the internet or on a auction channel somewhere, we're here to stay. We want you to be thrilled with your purchase, and we're here to stand behind each and every single authentic coin that we offer today. So tell everyone again in our final few minutes, what are they getting? What years, what mints, or will that vary?
Yeah, it's all the silver Kennedys. They stopped making those, basically the coins that you get here in 1969. So those are the coins that you're going to get from the 1960s, the silver Kennedy half dollars, over 50 years old. You're going to get them in original, brilliant, uncirculated condition. As you can see, I have 300 of these left. I suspect I've sold the better part of this year, I sold, I don't know, 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000 of these. Remember, at 20 coins in a row. So if I've sold 1,000, that's 20,000 coins. That's 20,000 coins. So here's what happens. So you get silver Kennedy half dollars. I bought them for silver. They've not had silver in Kennedy half dollars for 50 years, folks. The coins I got were brilliant uncirculated. So I will send you brilliant uncirculated coins just as I received them. I think the important thing for this is I bought them literally months ago at the old price. So I've kept my price. The fact of the matter is in the wholesale numismatic market, these have gone up about 30% or so in the last 3 or 4 weeks. I've not raised my price 1 cent. I don't believe there's anybody else out there that can necessarily say that.
Right.
I mean, that's why I've sold over $1 billion worth of coins, because I've been doing it for so long. I provide quality products with HSN, quality products at the best possible prices that we can, fantastic customer service. We give you flex pay. We give you 90 days to look at them. Nobody else does that. We're here to build your collection. We're here to let you amass gold and silver and collectible coins that you're proud to pass down from generation to generation. And this is exactly one of those sets. You get the silver. You're paying for the silver. You get the numismatic thing. That's why coin by coin in the nationally advertised catalog, $20 a coin. We are selling these to you for $6 a coin, right? $20 a coin. And that's what gives us the longevity, and that's what gets and that's why we have the trust of all the customers that have been shopping with us for decades.
That's right. And thank you to all of you that have already dived in. We're getting very, very busy, as you can imagine. We're going to give you another minute to make sure that you can get in on this before we move on. However, I do want to suggest that if you're even thinking about starting a coin collection, or maybe you're dipping your toe into coin collecting, or maybe this is just something that you hadn't yet purchase, now is the time, and now is the perfect time. It's our final hour of the visit. There's no other shows scheduled this month. We have $50 off our regular price, and that is happening during an unprecedented time in our nation's history, really in the history of the world as we know it, where some of these amazing events are affecting some of the wonderful availability of the coins that you're finding out there. And you're noticing that too, Mike, right?
Oh, absolutely. And it wasn't, look, Sarah, it wasn't that long ago that I sold this exact same deal for $399. It wasn't, what it was, 8 years ago when silver was $50 an ounce? We were $399 on this. Silver right now is basically, even though there's no silver available, silver is relatively cheap in the marketplace. I don't really understand it, which is why there are no silver coins. People know that. You feel that. They absolutely sense that. They go, okay, silver is too low right now. And so because of that, people have just gravitated to silver coins at an absolutely unprecedented level. The fact that I have any of these, and we're now down, I believe, under 200 of what we're going to have available. Yeah. Look, I'll do my best to restock these, but the $119 and $119.95 price point, that is going to be a thing of the past, I'm afraid.
It is definitely going to sell out. I'm just going to give everyone a quick heads up with the amount of you that are ordering and the amount that we have available. It's not too late to pick up the phone and make sure that you're getting in on those. Also go to hsn.com. That's the fastest way to sort of skip the queue. And don't forget, you always have 90 days to make a complete decision. We want you to be thrilled with your purchase. And that, again, is one of the most popular coins period in all of our coin collecting shows here at HSN, the Kennedy half dollar. So that's a great addition to your collection. I think you're gonna be so thrilled, so congratulations. Let's give everyone some updates. We gave you a look at the last year Morgan silver dollars, and I think we have 20 left of those, Mike, just 20 remain.
Yeah, and like I said, incredibly high grade, and there's 20 remaining. Mint State 64 certified ICG. It's Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, San Francisco Mint. Remember, next year when they do the 2021 Morgan Centennial, these coins will be the most sought-after numismatic coins in the marketplace. And with the Denver Mint being the only year that it was made, the Morgan silver dollar was made at the Denver Mint 1921, it will be especially difficult to get. Like I said, comes in the beautiful red oak presentation box. All three of these coins in fabulous, incredible Mint State 64. If you get a chance, read that customer review. They'll tell you exactly what they got when they sold these. I think the last time we sold them was about a month or so ago. Fewer than 2 dozen remain.
All right, well, we'll tell you when that sells out, so thank you so much for jumping in. Well, if you're collecting silver eagles, I want you to tune in and see what's coming up next. This is not just any silver eagle. This is the 2020 silver eagle. It comes in this beautiful windowed box, so a wonderful HSN exclusive opportunity for you. You can get it home on FlexPay for just $32 or $33.32 today. What a fantastic offer. This is now, I think, one of the world's most popular silver bullion coins. Is that what I heard you say about this one, Mike?
Oh, yeah. By far, it's the most popularly collected silver coin in the world today is the American Silver Eagle. It's, in essence, the backbone of the American collector hobby. Normally, by this point in the program, an hour and a half in, we'll have had 6 or 8 or 10 Silver Eagles that we've had offered. Notice this is the first one. That's because the American Silver Eagle simply doesn't even exist in the marketplace right now. What happened is the United States, the West Point Mint, went on basically a skeleton crew. Then they had to shut it down. You had the greatest increase in the sales of American Silver Eagles from February to March of this year. The United States Mint is somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 million coins behind. They don't sell the Mint State American Silver Eagle directly to the United States public. They only sell it through a system of authorized distributors. They've been out for weeks. They have no idea when they're getting additional coins. The premiums that they charge are at all-time highs. The American 2020 Silver Eagle simply doesn't exist. Now, on top of that, if it was just a regular Silver Eagle from 2020, that would be huge. But in November of last year, the United States Mint announced that they were changing the design of the American Silver Eagle. So this is now the last year of issue of the heraldic designed American Silver Eagle. from 1986, when President Ronald Reagan signed the Liberty Coin Act into law in 1985, and they started producing it from 1986 until 2020, the coin has looked exactly like you see it on your screen. That changes next year in 2021. This is the end of an era. This is a legacy coin. This is a transition coin. This is absolutely cataclysmic in the numismatic market. They simply do not change the design on coins. That Kennedy half dollar we just sold, that has never changed in my lifetime. It has been that way since the day that they made it. They are loath. The United States Mint is loath to change the designs of coins. This quite literally is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me, from a sales standpoint, to sell a change or a transition American Silver Eagle, because by law, next year, when they change it, they by law can't change it for another 25 years. And folks, I've had an absolutely wonderful experience here selling coins on HSN for nearly 20 years. I will not be here 25 years from now to sell the next one. Okay, that's just the way it is. Okay?
You know what? I don't know that I'll be here either, Mike. I don't know. Let me jump in and give everyone a quick update. Sure. We do have another sellout. It's one of many that we've already announced during our 2-hour show, so congratulations. It looks like the last of the Silver Kennedys has been spoken for. So congratulations. What a great pick, everybody. Now, again, if you're just tuning in and checking out this wonderful the eagle that we're talking about now, this is pure silver. This is an ounce of pure silver, right, Mike?
Yes, the United States government makes a Silver Eagle in 0.995 fine, pure silver. But now you've got the end of an era. So this is the very last time they're going to release this design. So now that is imminently, incredibly, phenomenally, ridiculously collectible. In January and February, we were selling these at a rate that we've never sold American Silver Eagles at. Then, like I said, with the current events, the United States Mint at West Point, which is what makes these coins, has been shut down. They were operating. There is such a shortage of these coins in the marketplace today, let alone Mint State 70 perfect coins, let alone in the window box. I'm just talking about 2020 American Silver Eagles right now simply don't exist. Physical American Silver Eagles are gone in the marketplace. So not only do I have them, here's the best part. You know what the HSN price was on this January 1? Before all of this happened? $99.95. So we've not raised our price one single solitary cent. This has been the HSN price from day one. Where everybody else has gone up substantially and significantly in the marketplace today, we've held our price because we had coins, because we bought 100,000 American Silver Eagles, because that's what we do. Well, we are running out. I have got them. As long as I have them at the old price, you have them at the old price. We have these. The most important thing, we have them in stock.
So it's 1 ounce, pure silver, the last of a series. So, Mike, are those sort of bookend coins, either the first of a series or the last of the series? Why are those some of the most desirable coins in the run?
Well, it kind of sets if you're a football fan, it sets the edge. Okay. Yeah. Is kind of what it does. I mean, that's kind of the window that you collect within. That's the frame of the coins, is what you have the first year and the last year. There's many instances where the last year is worth far more than the first year of the coin, whether it be the Liberty V Nickels, whether it be the $20 St. Gaudens. There's lots of examples of that. But the first year and the last year, particularly in a coin that hasn't changed in 35 years.
So what's the new design going to be? Do we know if this is the end, what's coming next?
No idea. They've given us absolutely, positively no inkling of what is going on and what they're going to change this to. But all I know is it's going to be an eagle, because by law it has to have an eagle on the reverse. So we have no idea. Once they announce that design, it will be one of the most celebrated, sought-after numismatic events of my lifetime. And then this coin that you see right here, the last of its issue, this will be the pair that it goes with. That is how incredibly important this coin is going to be. You need this coin to pair with the transition coin.
And when that new coin arrives, you can guarantee you'll find it here at HSN, right, Mike?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, that's right. So start here. It comes with a beautiful wooden window box. I got another update, Mike. It's happening every time I turn around. We have another sellout of the Morgan Silver dollar. So congratulations, everybody, for jumping in. Now, we've got one more Silver Eagle. This is 1 year prior. We just talked about the 2020. This is the 2019. This would be another nice addition to your collection, Mike.
Well, I was going through the way because, you know, everybody, Silver Eagles, what, do you have any Silver Eagles? And of course, you know, so we have dealers calling us asking for this. Go, look, we sell, you can buy them like everybody else. You know, you go to HSN or hsn.com. That's how you do it. I have a few, and same exact price. Not, even though this is a sold-out limited edition, the 2019 Mint State 70 that you see right there still comes in the red oak presentation, the window box as well. The 2019 Mint State 70, kind of the last quantities that I have available on that right there. Any Silver Eagle in the marketplace bringing tremendous premiums, and I've got this sold-out limited edition, same exact price as the current year of issue. Of course, we do it in the red oak presentation box as well.
There's nothing like the feel of real precious metal, like solid silver, 1 ounce. You'll know the minute you take it out of the box, it's the real thing, right, Mike?
Oh, absolutely. And when it's Mint State 70, remember the American Silver Eagle, it's made as a bullion coin. The government doesn't take a lot of care when they make these. So that Mint State 70 perfect designation adds so significantly to the value. Look, you can collect these just as silver if you don't mind, if they're beat up or anything.
Sure.
And they're less than $99. But as a collectible piece, the higher the grade, the more it's worth. And these are graded absolutely positively perfect Mint State 70.
You're going to get the certificate of authenticity. You'll get the wooden window box. You'll get the wonderful encapsulated and standard issue there fare. So a wonderful opportunity for you today. Jump on in. We got to go. But I don't want you to miss out on this one either. We're also going to remind you about one of our most popular items from last hour. We'll give everyone a quick update here as well. Oh, it's the quarters. That's the clad-proof set of state quarters, also at the territories. It is on sale, so let me give you the update. Where are we at on this one? Over 200 are spoken for, and we only have about 200 left. So those are about half gone, Mike.
Yeah, well, when you look at the fact that the packaging alone, the box and capsules are about half that price, and just the 2008, the 2008 quarters in there are worth the other $100, you can understand it's the lowest price we've ever done this for. It's a customer pick at $299. I've never done it at $199.95. So like I said, it's amazing that we have any of these left. The entire proof State Quarter Collection, $19.99, includes the territories, all 56 coins.
Oh, I have to say, that's one of my favorite items of the entire hour. I can just imagine hours and hours of fun with your family, with your friends, looking at all the different state quarters and the beautiful state parks that are represented there. What a wonderful symbol of our American history. Okay, Mike, we've got quite an ensemble coming up here next for you. It is brand new. No one has seen this, I believe, before today. A lot of you were shopping this one early. I'm going to already give you a quick heads up. It is extremely limited, but tell us what makes this so special. You are going to get the beautiful wooden box, by the way. But what are we getting in this particular set, Mike?
Well, like I say, we saved this for prime time. This is one of those things I call a one and done. So we do this incredible thing. We do all this certification. We do all of this work, and I get to present it for 6 or 8 minutes, and we sell every single solitary one. The United States government released the silver proof set this year. Of course, with the San Francisco Mint shutdown, I talked about it throughout the program. The silver proof set is currently unavailable, sold out from the United States Mint. It's never happened before. It's quite likely going to be the rarest silver proof set ever made by the United States government. They made it even more collectible by adding a special West Point minted reverse proof American Jefferson nickel that you see up there at the top, and that's the top part. That's in absolutely perfect proof 70, almost impossible to grade in 70. But what we've done with this, we made 60 sets, and 60 sets only, that we graded the entire set. You get all 11 coins certified. The 10 coins in the set themselves Okay, the 10 coins in the set, all certified 70 perfect, all match numbered, only 60 sets in existence, plus the special West Point minted reverse nickel. By itself, that's a $279 value. So you get all of the quarters, you get the Sacagawea golden dollar, you get the silver dime that you see right there. You're going to get all 5 of the silver quarters. You get the regular nickel. You get the Lincoln set. We sold just the Kennedy by itself. Well, we sold that out, 900 coins, $120. This is going, well, like I said, I think we have a clock up there. I don't think we have any chance of getting to the clock, and only 60 of these remaining. I think this is probably gone as we speak.
By the way, there's also financing on this one as well, and that's with your HSN credit cards. If you're not already a credit card holder, we can get you instantly approved over the phone and online, and then you can take your financing out over the next, I believe, 12 months. So you've got a year to pay this off. We'll ship it to you right away. You've got 90 days to look at them, but I love that you separated them all, and then they're individually labeled, and then of course they've all got their wonderful encapsulated design, so they're really easy to hold, they're easy to look at. Is this box included?
Oh, yeah. The Red Oak presentation box included. You see the National Parks quarters that are in there, some of my favorite run of quarters down there at the bottom, all done in pure 999 fine silver. You get the special nickel as well with that, all graded in 70. The nickel in 70, that special West Point minted nickel in 70 is almost impossible to get. It's the entire 11 coin set in the Red Oak presentation box, $519.95, like I said. So we do all this work. We grade literally what amounts to now
Mike,
500. Yes.
It just sold out. Sorry to interrupt, but that's important news for everyone. So congratulations. What a great find. I think you're going to be so thrilled. So still to come, the American Samoa coin. Tell us about this one, Mike.
Well, this is that West Point minted coin that we're talking about, that discovery coin, the Great American Coin Hunt that we've done. This one's graded. We had the NGC, or the Annex coin in the last hour. We always want to give you the opportunity to get the NGC coin as well. So I've got the NGC coin in Mint State 66, early release, American Samoa with the special V75 Privy Mark, only $99.95. I have one opportunity on these right here. I think we have 200 or 300 coins. I'm sure we'll sell every single one of them. Like I said, NGC, Mint State 66. I don't know that there's even many Mint State 67 NGCs. I think they're $300 to $500. So Mint State 66. Good luck finding Mint State 66s for $99. Like I said, this is that special West Point minute quarter, and we'll explain the Privy Mark when we get to it.
All right, so we'll keep you updated, and we'll get to that in just a few moments. We've only got about 15 minutes left. I do have another set that we do expect to sell out very, very quickly. Also brand new today, it's the Jefferson Nickel and U.S. Silver Proof set, another HSN exclusive. Mike, this one's also very affordable. It's on FlexPay for everyone. And a limited edition means, I believe there's only, what, 1,200 of these to go around or so, 1,220?
Oh, I so wish there was 1,220 of these to go around.
Oh, I just got an update. We have like 100 of these.
Yeah, well, here's the problem with this. So when we do this, we have to set our edition limits, okay? And we go on prior years and what the coin should grade. We're going to buy 10,000 sets or 12,000 sets from the United States Mint. We certify hundreds of thousands of coins, and we think we're going to end up with 1,220. Because like I said, we do these coin shows weeks in advance. So we made an edition of 1,220 for the silver. Well, first of all, the United States government sells out the silver proof set. So I can't get 12,000 proof sets. I get a tiny fraction of those. Secondly, the special nickel, that West Point minted nickel that you see up the top that's certified 70, grades horribly. You know, normally we'd get maybe 30% would grade 70. Well, we're in the single digits on this. So instead of 1,220 of these coins, I think we started the day, we had maybe 400 coins. And we're now down to about 6 dozen of those. The key to this is that they're in RP70. So this is absolutely perfect. The other key to this, in my opinion, we're going to give you the silver proof set. So if you go below that and look at the silver proof set in the original government packaging, you get that too. Now keep in mind, the United States government has sold out that silver proof set. It's going to end up, I believe, to be the rarest silver proof set made by the United States government since they started doing the special release silver proof sets in 1990. Because the San Francisco Mint is shut down, folks. The San Francisco Mint is shut down. Normally the silver proof set, it'd be on sale for the whole year. They make them to order in essence. Well, here's the problem. They made these months and months and months ago. The only reason they had them to sell, it was the last thing that the United States Mint has sold. There's nothing else that we know is going to come out. Everything's what we call TBD, to be determined. And we had some inside information. I think that the basketball coins are going to be released in early June, but nothing that I know of is going to be released in May. And so the Mint is so far behind, particularly the San Francisco Mint, I don't think they'll ever go back and make these proof sets. So what that means is if this ends up being sold out, that proof set, just the proof set, forget about the nickel that's impossible to grade in first day of issue or absolutely perfect. That proof set could get to $279.95 with rarity that is absolutely unprecedented.
Well, that's what's so fascinating about coin collecting, because it really reflects everything that's going on, whether it's nationally, whether it's internationally, whether it's history related state by state. But now the recent events are also going to affect the coin collection that's going on right now. And I just think that's interesting too, because you'll be a part of that history. If you make your selection, you can go online to hsn.com. We are unfortunately counting you down to a complete sellout here as well. But get it home. You've got less than $70 a month. Those are interest-free, flexible payments on any major credit card. If you're new to HSN, no, these are exclusive. We are a reputable coin dealer. We have been for decades. And you're also listening to Mike Mizak when he's not here in the studio, which he usually is. Of course, he's calling in from home today. But you'll hear his incredible amount of information. He is the expert. He is a numismatist. You want to shop from a reputable dealer, and you also want to make sure that you're getting all the important information so you can make a great decision. And that's why we love Mike here at HSN. We trust you, Mike, to tell us what makes these so special. And again, remind us what makes this in particular so special for anyone who's just tuning in.
Well, the United States government decided to do, like I said, last year they kind of upped their game. They put West Point minted Lincoln cents as special additions to the proof set, the silver proof set, and the mint set last year. They decided to do the same thing with the Jefferson nickel this year. So that's what that coin is that you're looking at. That's the West Point minted reverse proof Jefferson nickel. They do not sell that coin. It only comes as an extra coin if you buy the silver proof set, which in and of itself would make the silver proof set one of the most collectible and desirable coins on the marketplace, in the marketplace today. There's no doubt about it. But the government has sold out of the silver proof sets. There's no other way to get the reverse proof nickels. I'm sure they made a bunch of them, but if they don't have silver proof sets, there's no way to get them. Secondarily, that reverse proof nickel, well, this is a first day of issue, also important, and of course, Annex first day of issue is exclusive to us here at HSN. Understand the nickel grades horribly. So, in other words, getting that in mint state set or reverse proof 70 is almost impossible in and of itself. And the only way to get it is in the silver proof set. So it's fantastically, ridiculously hard to do and get.
Mike, you're going to have to either talk faster or we're going to have to get some more coins out here because this one just sold out. And
I can talk faster.
I know you can. I know you can. So don't take me too seriously there. We still have a lot of great items to get to, but thank you so much for all of your orders. Lots of new items coming your way. And this is such a great show, Mike. There's lots of new. There's great variety. There's different price points. So whether you're a new collector, whether you're an established collector, whether you're just looking to maybe try coin collecting, there's some really wonderful and easy values to kind of jump right in and see what coins get you excited, right? Is there a rule, Mike? Like, how should you start a collection? Is there a certain coin or a certain year, or do you have any suggestions?
Collect what you like.
Collect what you like.
Collect what you like.
I like that.
So there's going to be, it's like art. What speaks to you? You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, I like quarters. I like dollars. I like silver. I like John F. Kennedy. I like the Sacagawea golden dollars. The National Parks quarters interest me and speak to me. that's what you collect, whatever speaks to you.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so fun and so interesting and so fascinating. That's why generation after generation, you can pass on that tradition and you can share that hobby with friends and loved ones. And I think that's what's so perfect for this time when we are spending a lot of time at home with our families, Mike. We are, you know, maybe helping our kids with online learning and trying to have history lessons at home. You could start with great coins, and let's just jump right in. We've got the early release America Samoa coin here today. HSN price and FlexPay are available for you. But this is also part of, I would say one of my favorite coins is, or at least the series, is the America the Beautiful, the National Park series. Those speak to me. I love the outdoors. I love how they recognize different states and territories, and they celebrate the nature that inspires us every day. And this would be a great way to sort of add to your collection.
Yeah, and so this is collectible at a lot of different levels. First of all, from a real social level, from a social media level, you know, I don't know if you've followed along for a long time after some of these programs came out. There was a lot of social media out there. Hashtag, if you remember, hashtag, I think it was hashtag Baby Yoda, okay? Followed up by this was hashtag Baby Bat. This coin, when it came out, got tremendous coverage around the country, way outside the numismatic community, because everybody loved this little baby bat that you have right there. The American Samoan, the American fruit bat is very common in Samoa, and so they did this, and you see that hashtag baby bat. It trended on social media for a very long time.
And it is a mother bat and her baby in the national park. That's there in America Samoan. So this has to be the only fruit bat that's on any coin ever in the history of the world. Am I? I'm just taking a stab in the dark here, Mike.
Yeah, I think that's wise. I mean, you know, follow your instincts on that one. So you have this, like I said, this incredibly, you know, popular design. So, you know, something that speaks to you. But now let's look at the numismatic standpoint of this. So remember when we were talking about the Great American Treasure Hunt? So this coin was made at the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint in proof. But the United States Mint, to try to get kids to look at coins and adults to look at their change, made a very few of these coins at the West Point Mint, and then released them into circulation. You can't buy them. You have to find them in circulation. That's why the grades tend to be very low on these, because you have to get them in circulation. So this is one of those rare West Point minted coins. That's why the early release on this is so critically important, because it's the special West Point Mint release, which represents, I don't know, 1/10 of 1% of all the coins that were made by the United States Mint in the quarter series. Then on top of that, so not only did they do the West Point Mint, so, you know, you check your quarters. If you see a little W on one of your quarters in your change, you basically just found a $20 bill. But this coin isn't one of those coins because it's absolutely phenomenally high grade, Mint State 66, Super Choice Gem Brilliant Uncirculated. It's also an early release from the first 30 days. So you have an incredibly popular design. You have a quarter that's almost impossible to find, an incredibly high grade certified by NGC. And then to try to make it even more collectible and desirable, the United States Mint for the very first time added what was called a privy mark. The privy mark on this is that it is a V75, so that's the 75th anniversary of the victory in the United States in World War II. And it's embedded right at basically Lincoln's or Washington's chin right there in a cartouche, so that it's kind of sunken into the coin. And the cartouche is in the exact shape of the reflecting pool of the World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. There's a great look at it. If you go to hsn.com, you can find a really great way we've really pulled those out, both the West Point Mint mark and the V75 cartouche, if you go to hsn.com. I've got a very limited number of these. We found some of these coins very early, so we were able to get phenomenally high grade. So not only did we get that, not only did we get that with the privy mark and with that special West Point Mint, but the price at $99.95 for Mint State 66, NGC, I mean, folks, I have a couple of hundred coins. I'm assuming this could be our, fifth or sixth or seventh sellout of the show, whatever it is.
Very quickly.
Very, very difficult to get.
Well, Mike, I have to say that's the cutest little fruit bat baby I've ever seen. Definitely, it's the only one you'll ever find on a coin. This another coin that's also available. It's the same coin. I believe it's just one grade lower. So I'm going to hold this one up for you. And really, it's indiscernible to the naked eye, but it is available for you at just a couple dollars less. But this one's also a really wonderful addition to your collection, Mike.
Yeah, no doubt. And of course, like I said, if you just want, if the higher grades don't speak to you, but you still want a beautiful, incredible, gem, brilliant, uncirculated coin, it's $20 less. Still that rare West Point mint mark, still early release, still has the privy mark, still a coin that's almost impossible to find. And the price on that at $79.95. Also, I think, absolutely stunning. Both of these NGC graded, both the 66 at $99, the 65 at $79.95. Like I said, let this coin speak to you. Get this home, like I said, with the 90-day return privilege, you can't go wrong.
Okay, so many great opportunities there. So welcome in, everybody. Mike, we're going to go back to a popular item from earlier in the hour. If you're following along at home, we have 85 remaining of the Silver Eagle that's in the window box. It's $99.95. A lot of you are collecting the Silver Eagles today. It is 1 ounce of pure silver. This coin's been around for 35 years, but this is the last year of a series, right, Mike? Kind of explain a little bit more about this coin.
Yeah, the United States Mint kind of took us by surprise November of last year, and it wasn't widely disseminated information. Said, we're going to change the design of the American Silver Eagle. We're going to change the reverse design. We're going to do some slight design changes to the front for anti-counterfeiting technology, but we're going to completely redesign the reverse. It took the collecting world by storm. It stunned us. It was cataclysmic. It was titanic because the United States government simply doesn't change the design of coins, particularly the American Silver Eagle. It's never been changed in 35 years. And by law, they can't change it for another 25. So what that means is this is literally a once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-a-60-year opportunity. Now add on to that the fact that the West Point Mint has been shut down. There's a phenomenal shortage of 2020 Silver Eagles. So not only is it popular just from a silver standpoint, but now it's the end of an era. It's a legacy coin. It's a transition coin. We have it certified perfect. We have it for the same price that we had January 1, even though it's impossible to find in the marketplace. That's why it's important to notice how many of these are left, at only 85 or 80 of these. Because we have them in stock, they simply don't exist in the marketplace. But the fact that it's Mint State 70 comes in the red oak presentation box. So now you have the most collectible Silver Eagle maybe in the entire series.
Wow.
Now you have outside events that keep this. The Mint's probably 20 million coins behind. And who knows if they'll ever catch up? Who knows if they're ever going to make enough 2020 American Silver Eagles? Because they got to get ready for the new design for 2021. It's the last full year of issue of the heraldic design American Silver Eagles. As you can see, at this guaranteed price, $99.95, I basically have 6 dozen coins remaining. I've got it in the red oak presentation box. So you've got the end of an era. More importantly, you've got a coin that we have in stock ready to ship. That's the amazing part for 2020 Silver Eagles, because they simply don't exist. The Mint hasn't shipped them for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. There is a multi-million number of coins deficit in the marketplace today. It is the single most difficult modern issue American Silver Eagle to get. I've never seen it in all of the decades of my numismatic experience.
I learned so much from every hour that we spend together, Mike, so it's so fascinating to know that everything that's happening in the world out there, it's affecting the Mint, it's affecting coin collecting. And Mike, final thoughts as we say goodbye. We'll see you in about a month, right?
Yeah, I think it's May 11th, I think, is our next show. We'll do our best to restock some coins.
And one more sellout, Mike, before we say goodbye, just to put a nice button on it. Great to hear from you, Mike. You stay safe and healthy at home, and thanks for shopping with us. Take care, Mike. Hey, my name's Sarah. Great to be with all of you tonight. Shannon's coming up next, and she's got more great ways to keep it clean at home. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Max Brooks. I'm 47 years old. This is my dad, Mel Brooks. Hi, Dad. He's 93. If I get the coronavirus, I'll probably be okay. But if I give it to him, he could give it to Carl Reiner, who could give it to Dick Van Dyke. And before I know it, I've wiped out a whole generation of comedic legends. When it comes to coronavirus, I have to think about who I can infect. And so should you. So practice social distancing. Avoid crowds, wash your hands, keep 6 feet away from people, and if you've got the option to stay home, just stay home. Do your part, don't be a spreader. Right, Dad?
Right. Go home.
I'm going.
Go.
Love you.
What really separates a house from a home? A home should provide comfort, coziness, and convenience. Join me on Monday nights where I'll be giving you great ideas for your home, your kitchen, and your life.